y'all, have you heard what Donald Trump is up to now? Let's just say he's coming for us. He is coming for Black history and DEI like full force, boy. And let me tell you, if we don't pay attention, our kids are gonna grow up without knowing where they come from. Like, they're not even gonna know their own history. Schools are banning books by Black authors left and right, and if we don't do something about it now, y'all, who's gonna teach them? So let's just talk about what's really going on and, more importantly, what we can do about it. First of all, it's only January 2025 and so many big changes are happening left and right. So you know, in school we learned about being fair and we learned about being kind to each and every person, no matter what they look like, no matter what their background was. You remember that, right? So that's pretty much what's called DEI, or diversity, equity, and inclusion. It's just a fancy way of saying, hey, let's make sure everybody, no matter what they look like, no matter where they come from, that they all get treated fairly, that they have the same chances, that they can see themselves in history, in books, and jobs alike. You get it, right? Sounds pretty fair. Well, not for everybody. Like, everybody doesn't think that this is fair, and now some people are trying to erase it altogether. And guess what? They are not just coming for DEI, they are coming for books by Black authors. Books by Black authors are disappearing from schools and libraries too. Like, whole shelves of our stories, poof, gone. If we don't step up, who's gonna teach our kids about their history? So here's the deal. Trump is now saying nope, nope, nope. Nope to DEI in schools, nope to DEI in the military, nope to DEI in jobs, everywhere. There's been reports of many jobs opting out of DEI, like Amazon, Walmart, and so many others. That means that there are going to be now fewer programs to help Black kids succeed. There's going to be fewer lessons about our Black history culture, and there's going to be even more rules that can make it harder for us, people that looks like me, to be seen and heard. And at the same time, books that tell our stories about African Americans, they are getting pulled off the shelves like they are nobody's business. Like, we don't even matter, y'all. This is serious, because if our kids do not learn where they came from, then how will they know where they're going? Whew. But here's the thing. They can't erase our history if we don't let them. That is why we have to take matters into our own hands. We got to teach our kids about who they are, because, y'all, the future is unknown. We don't know what's going to happen tomorrow, but what we do know is that our job is to pass down the knowledge, pass down the stories, and pass down the culture of African American history. So before our history just poofs, disappears, here are some must-read books for kids that will help celebrate the African American culture. 1, Hair Love. Y'all, I love this book. And from an African American person who's also natural, this is a great book to teach kids to appreciate how they look through simple things like hair structure. Another book is Suave. This is another really good book to teach children about the African American culture. So of course, I'm an African American woman, so if you have a little African American girl, you can read books like this, Little Leaders, that teaches children all about all of the different women in Black history. Now, Crown is another book that you can also read to teach the African American culture. I actually did an entire video, you can check it out right here, that lists even more books that will teach children about African American culture and even African American heroes. These books will help keep our African American stories alive, and trust me, our kids need them now more than ever. And not only do they need books like this, but they need to learn more about our history now more than ever, as it's trying to be wiped away every single chance we turn. Speaking of our history, did you just hear what happened? Child, I gotta drink some tea on this one. Y'all, Trump just ordered the release of secret files about Dr. Martin Luther King Jr.'s assassination. He just signed an executive order to declassify these records, aiming to shed light on the events surrounding MLK's death. Now, it's sad to say that in some of these records shared that MLK was having an affair and that the government was involved. Now, I don't care about all of that. It is completely irrelevant. Before anybody tries to twist or erase MLK's legacy like they're trying to do, let's make sure that our kids know know the real history. Read books that actually celebrate Dr. King and fight for civil rights, like Martin's Big Words. I love reading this book to my early learners. Or you can read Heroes for Civil Rights. Now, I love this book because not only does it teach about MLK, but it also teaches about other well-known African American heroes that helped change history. These books will just help keep our stories alive, and trust me, our kids need them now more than ever. As we approach Black History Month, let's read some of these books in addition to all of the books I listed in this video, okay? And let's teach our kids about who they are and where they're going. Now, if you are really ready to make a change, I have something special for you. I am hosting a free workshop called How to Teach Reading with Ease. Now that you've got these amazing books about African American culture and history, let me show you my proven step-by-step system that will make teaching reading a breeze. In the description down below, you can sign up for the free workshop, and let's make sure that our kids get the education that they deserve from us. Until then, let's take action, teach our kids our culture, and make sure that our history never gets erased. See you at the workshop.